Who the hottest from the rows? Who gon' body all the flows? Who the one that they been sleeping on, motherfucker, you already know. Charlie got another one, ever since young God, I've been killing shit. Charlie got another one, don't crash drop, ain't nobody ill as this. They say that I've been too versatile, I'm about to go hit the vertical. Seeing you dissing, I heard of you. You better watch cause I murder you. I'm coming straight for the artery, nobody sharp as me, I've been the kid. Hop in the whip and I whip through the city, they talking to me like I ain't been the shit. I am not mentally stable. I don't even leave the crib much. Fight depression on the low now. I don't even need to eat lunch. I don't even really need much. I just want shit to be stable. Look at the shit that I bring to the table. All of these rappers be living a fable. Black thoughts in my head. I gotta stick to my roots in the backdrop and I'm dead. And they thinking I got a juice. This ain't never been no Jimmy Fallon, ain't no late show. Hanging in the balance, pop another pill. Following that devil like it's been the field. And I'm in the field, I ain't playing games. See the serpents, I can feel the pain. But I feel the purpose, but I need the fame. But that shit ain't working, I just got the wave. But they never heard it like, Went through my city, I'm feeling the pressure. I put your favorite rapper on a stretcher. I put these local rappers in the dirt. After I put these locals on a verse. Y'all be the worst, checking my bars, but y'all never booked me. Y'all overlooked me, look where it took me. Out of space. I've been feeling way too out of place. Stuck in my mental, look where I'm sent to. Mother dimension, reaping the benefits off of the cannabis. I want to end this shit, feeling the end of it. Oh, damn. Let me switch it up with some shit like Charles Infamous with a bitch like monogamy. I'm out here and I'm killing shit. They calling me a prodigy. I'm honestly the smoothest criminal, causing more than minimal damage, and I still manage to murder the beat. Word on the street, they know that I'm a perfectionist. I'm looking like the boss, y'all looking like the receptionist. Effortless when I rhyme, I'm ahead of my time, but I'm still living in the past. Give it to them fast, like second I got it, I keep it 100, cause I'm a commitment that real shit, raw shit, make them off and nauseous. Everybody gon' pause this and be like, I never knew this kid could rap, and now he's all up on the beat, and you know he be spitting cracks, spitting facts. Get it back if you talking that hard. If you want the goods, you better hop in the car. We copping it by the bar, that lyrical crack rock. I'm leaving all the bodies all up in the blacktop. All I got is this laptop. You know it happened again. I'm grabbing the pen, I'm rapping again. I'm stabbing a friend, psych, nah. But I'm infamous for a reason. Talking to the feds, we calling that shit treason. Believe it. To never argue with the squad. Small town flow, but I'm moving up on the boulevard. Charles Infamous. Rose Review. We in this bitch.
Guys, we are back for season 2, episode 2 of Not Talking at the Wall.
Dose.
This is the Rose Review. Guys,
Review.
we record a lot of shows. I record a lot of shows, and I get them mixed up sometimes. Sorry.
Pull up.
But we are here at the Rose Review. We've got Charles Infamous here.
Hey.
This is the first time, believe it or not, we've done a show with Charlie by himself.
Just solo.
Yeah, we had you come on to
a
like
show in the apartment. We've had one in here.
That's gang though. That's gang.
Yeah, that was wild.
Shout out gang.
And we were just talking about that.
Didn't you have him on for season 2? He was your first guest.
Yeah. But it was me and Tolan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Good combo though.
That was funny. A lot of shit was not working then.
It's like an hour and 30 minutes too.
What kind of
Yeah,
interface
it was
back
so
then?
long. I was
The one that you
using
just, like,
the
plug
old
in.
M Audio gray interface that just like, and I was trying to do way too much. Like,
I remember
it was,
you would get so upset,
bro,
And then
because
when I
the
got
thing would
Poncho,
just
he would
just
bite it.
fucking overload, and it would just like sound like garbage. Like
And we were in the MU library.
MU library. Not, I don't know if anybody knows this, but like I started this in my dad's basement,
We were just talking
and
about
like
it
we were just talking about this the other day, and like
Started from the bottom.
here we
another was
are,
up
we have
and
our
on
own
the rocks.
space, and that's like fucking tight. I
Kinda
love it.
wild.
We have full like creative control. I think that's pretty awesome.
It is pretty
All right,
good.
well, we have Charlie here. So, Charlie, for those who don't know you, I know you very well, so this is going to be, like, hard for me to, I guess, interview you because I
also
feel
went
like
to
I
high
know.
school with him, so
Yeah,
I guess
so-
maybe that's,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I forget
Yeah.
that, honestly.
Me too. We had that math class together.
Yeah.
He tried,
Joke.
I tried to
Such a
explain to him-
joke.
I tried to explain to him. I was
Such a
like,
joke.
He didn't think this at the time. I was like, you know that part in the.
You
To
always
Pimp a
say
Butterfly? I know.
Literally every time I see you.
To
But
Pimp a
go ahead,
Butterfly.
explain it.
What's the outro on that song
It's
with
the
Tupac?
I don't even remember what it's called.
We did
But
this
it's the
last
joint-
time he was
Yeah.
here. We
Yeah.
literally did this last time.
Well, just in case people are still watching.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. But I thought it was corny, and he was like, "Nah, man." And now I saw him like
Yeah.
4 years later, and he was like, "You know what, bro? Honestly, I thought about that, and yeah, it was pretty fucking corny." So
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, my
Not
gosh.
a diss to Kendrick, though.
Yo,
no.
so give us, like, a brief synopsis, who you are, where you're from, and then I've got some questions for you.
I am Charles Infamous, a.k.a. Charlie Got Another One, a.k.a. Eastside Charlie. I'm
You've gone through quite a few name changes.
Yeah. I'm a rapper.
Wait, what were you before?
Before.
Weren't you
Nate.
Philly Nate?
Yeah.
Were you something
Not a lot of
before
people
that?
knows about that. No, I was just
It
feeling
was
it.
just Philly Nate.
Yeah.
When you were selling
Charlie got
beats-
another one. It's just my tag.
When you were
That's
selling
just,
beats
like,
in high school, you went under
Philly
just
Nate.
Philly
Yeah.
Nate, right?
Yeah. And then it transitioned. Like senior year of high school, I became Charles Infamous, and then it's a weird ass name, but like it's stayed that way ever since. So
Yeah.
just rocking with it. Names or whatever nowadays. So
Yeah,
It's a fact.
it's facts.
whatever.
As long
You
as you
should
can
get
get
face
it done.
tattoos. You should get like a
Don't get a face tattoo,
big
bro.
face tattoo.
Nah, that's a negative on that.
Someone's outside. Oh, look who's outside. I just don't want people taking my thing.
Don't you open up that window? Don't you
Who's out there?
let out that
Your
antidote?
girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah, she just pulled up. Just pulled up. in the
Who's
fan.
talking out there?
Max.
Just Max?
Yeah, I imagine.
Is he on the phone?
Well, it sounds like there's two voices.
Look, I know who's out there.
I don't know. I just saw Max. And your girlfriend getting in her car.
Yeah, she told me she was on her way. Anyway, sorry. I just don't. Things get taken.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
Off
Dude.
It's
topic.
crazy.
Sorry. Anyway, continue.
Come on, brother.
Sorry.
Come on, brother. Anyway, Philly Nate.
Yeah. So
So,
Charles Infamous.
Charles Infamous.
Charlie got another one.
Formerly Philly Nate.
Yeah, I'm from PA, from the sticks.
From the sticks for sure.
Facts. So, just been producing, rapping, singing, making beats.
Not a lot of people know how long you've been making
Yeah.
beats for.
You've been making it since.
Yeah, it's probably been
a
like
long
8
time.
years, honestly. But
Yeah.
like, I just count the last like 4 or 5 because like that really is like when the shit started getting good. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I can put this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, you were making money in high school.
yeah, but like the people that were buying them, I was like, y'all really gonna buy this right now? Like, you
Bro.
really gonna like put your?
I mean,
I was
after
like,
after what you just told me, I have to disagree.
do you want to like
Yeah.
bring
Yeah.
that up?
Yeah, sure. Bring it
okay,
up because I
so-
think it's pretty tight.
Unbeknownst to me,
Yeah, we just found this out.
He just like showed me this music video, and then I looked at the description. It said produced by Charles Infamous, and it's by Skinny from the Nine. So,
Yeah.
like, this is a old ass song. I mean, you could tell the story. Like,
Yeah.
how did that
Send
even
me the
come, how did
clip
that
so
even
I
come
can.
about?
I
Like
can run.
honestly, I had so many people in my like at the time Facebook messages in high school, my senior year of high school. So I sold a beat to Skinny from the Nine, like my senior year of high school, and
It's kind of crazy.
he made his like first music video with it.
Now he's making awful music
Now
with
he's making awful
strippers
music
and
and
like.
punk.
I listen, Skinny, if
Calabasas.
you watch this,
That'd be tough.
I think you're a cool dude. Like,
Yeah, Skinny, come on the
Yeah.
show, man. I got a
Yeah.
lot of questions for you. Apparently, there's some guy named New School Genius that's beefing with you in Jersey. He slid. I swear,
I
this
don't know.
kid slid into my DMs, and I wanted to go see him if we were gonna go do the store. So I hit him up. He had like 10K. I was like, I don't know what this is about, but apparently he was beefing with Skinny,
But yeah.
and people were baiting that shit. So I don't know.
Skinny,
Interesting.
Skinny hit me up like 6 months ago and like sent me the link to the video and like, do you remember this? So
Wow.
yeah, that was like
At
it was
least he
longer than
remembers.
6 months ago. It was like a year ago because he didn't have like nearly the following that he has now.
Right.
So
He kinda
Was this
popped
before
off
we went to
very
jail?
yeah, no, I've been following him since he like that was like recent. I'm pretty sure. So
It's
Was
dope.
he still Skinny for the 9?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was he?
Wow.
He was skating around back then.
well, no, back then he was just Skinny. I'm pretty sure with the $. That's what the video has on it still. So I don't really know. The name confuses me, but like
What a small world.
yeah, it's weird how that happened.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't remember if it was a fan page that's like a Skinny fan page or his page specifically, but like I'd say like 6 or 8 months ago, like I got a link from somebody named Skinny. Like, yeah, do you remember this? Like, I'm about to take off now, and I was like, fuck, I don't remember this. I clicked it, and I was like, the fuck? Like, I don't remember making. I remember making the beat. It's on like one of my Dat Piff tapes, and like, yeah, remember
like
Dat
saying
Piff? Holy
LimeWire.
shit!
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I was like,
Crazy.
yeah, bro, like this is lit. Like
That's a cool little connection, though.
That is a
yeah,
dope story.
It's weird.
I fuck with that.
It's
Like-
weird.
I definitely fuck with that.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to keep in your pocket. It's a cool little party trick.
For sure. That's the first time I ever heard it.
Yeah, I don't know why you've never. I've known you for so long, and I've never heard that.
It's not like, it's not my music.
Right.
I'm an artist, and we're like completely different. Not saying I
It was
wouldn't
a
collab.
at that point. It was a transaction.
Yeah.
Right.
Not saying I wouldn't collab with him again. I'd be definitely down, and I'm sure he'd fuck with a lot of shit that I do too. So,
Right.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so you're from Pennsylvania. You came out here. You've been doing this for how long now? Like rapping wise.
Like 4 years.
All right, so we've got 4 years under the belt, right? I wanna. There's parts of me that want to sit here and be like, yo, go and check out like the other interview, but I want to go through this. But I have a lot of questions for you for like Charlie now, because I've known you for a long time, and I want to talk a little bit about the progression of where you were. But so we had a bunch of SoundCloud shit, and then shit really started to take after the SSO tape that you guys did, and that was back in what, 2016 or 2015?
2017.
I thought it was
like 2017.
Yeah, no, that was
yeah.
2017. I'm sorry. I'm
2019
losing track
now.
of the years, bro. Like it's 2019.
We wanted to like, the thing with that was like we needed like streaming services is where it's at. Like,
Well, that was the first thing that I think you guys like the first thing that I had seen, because I met you at a party, and then I hadn't really heard any of what you were doing until you put that out on iTunes, and I was like, all right, hold on, what is this? So I clicked it, and I was like, yo, this shit's hot. And then I DM'd you. I don't know if you remember that. And I was like, bro, like, this is really, really good. And then I told you what I was going to start doing. And then we went from there. But
no, actually, I was on the show with Tolan before that dropped, because I dropped Paid, remember? I mentioned, like, yo, me and Armando, SSO HB, we got some fire coming up. And like,
I thought it was after that, bro.
No, it was before that.
Really?
Yeah. And like, you
Then when
weren't,
did
that's why you weren't expecting it.
The show we did after.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did do that show in the library before that.
Yeah.
How long have we been doing this for?
You and I?
Or I.
As far as you.
How long ago did we do that, dude?
You started after
2017. It was like a spring semester, because I dropped Paid. I went on like a long like
Then I had
break.
Been
I went on like a
2017.
good like 4-month break without dropping it.
It was like 3 months after we dropped the commercial.
Okay, so yeah, that was 100% 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, listen, like we got this tape coming up, and you're like, ah, weird, like. And then I dropped it, and then you're like, fuck, like this is it.
Yo, because that was hot. That was the hottest shit I think you guys had dropped at the time. Honestly, at the time I was like, yo, this.
It came so naturally too. Like we probably had like 10 more tracks.
It just seemed like it was just a complete like it was a nice little jump for you. Nice little progression.
Yeah.
Nice little progression.
Never
But-
making music like that again though. Probably.
Right. But
Why is that?
I just feel like it fit a certain time period and like wave, and I'm just like not on that anymore.
I think when you listen
It's
back
like-
to it,
You like
Yeah.
matured a little bit. Your sound matured.
yeah,
can tell.
sound, like subject matter, like there's some like lyrics in there that I'm like, but like people rock with it. Like y'all
Understandable.
saw the show,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
people
liked
still like bang with
because
Young God.
it was a good tape.
It was a good tape.
I just, when you go back and you look like at the production of that compared to the new
The
stuff
vocal
that
mixing
that
Yeah,
both
yeah,
of you guys
yeah.
are doing, it's a big difference.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You really do see a big difference. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. More specifically, just the new tape and just kind of where you're at with all of that. You dropped a new tape. Honestly, I think it's the best project you've dropped so far. In terms of just like, I think the overall idea of the project was really good, and how you kind of like organized it and the styles that you're trying to do now. Like, so I want to hear a little bit of what was the transition piece for you, where you were like, all right. You just said it. Like the SSO tape was like, okay.
it was like the clout wave.
But you knew you could do better.
You know, like the
Right.
SoundCloud clout wave.
Right.
Like we were on that heavy.
Yeah.
Like Tay-K, Playboy Cardi. I'm still on Playboy Cardi though.
I'm
Cardi's
still on Tay-K.
a god.
I'm also still on Tay-K. The race came on the other
But,
day.
like,
I was like, this is the
That's the type of shit, like Uzi too. Like that's the type of shit that inspired the SSO tape.
right.
And like I wanted to go back to like my roots with like the Don't Crash album, but I also wanted to like have some elements of those people too. But when I wanted to blend it into something like that was like cohesive on like both ends of the spectrum. So like everything, like a bunch of different sounds could just come together and like mesh and just be like a good like solid versatility like example of what I can do. And like it has like a theme too. It has like the whole space theme, car theme, like everything kind of loops together.
Yeah, and
so
I think, the visuals you dropped for it were obviously fire, but
Shout out
I
Sam.
have my own biases. biases.
Bias.
But it just felt like super like the production of it just felt like it just like sat so well, like compared to everything else, like, and like I know you worked really 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 hard on that tape, like really hard on that tape. And how long was it taking for you to mix like some of those songs, like final mix?
I mean, like the actual like the summer, like before I dropped it, I was like ripping through like a bunch of loose singles, like No Practice, Show You Love, and like that was kind of like me testing the waters for like a project, but nothing was like sticking. I was like, what do I want to go for?
Well, I think those were great for the time period that you put them out for, because like they were cool little
just
bops.
to rock a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so pretty much like when I got to the album, it was like fall, and I already had Wagon to a Bend's out and stuff, but I knew I wanted to like go with that theme but not have that sound be the whole way throughout.
Well, and you made an addition to that from the single that you put out for the album.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pretty much like I'd say the process took 3 months of like just between school, like working 30 plus hours a week, like just between like 15 credits and like then on top of that like work, and then coming back to this, and I was like, I'd make a beat, like go to work, then go to class the next day, and like when I get out of class, like make a song on my like afternoon off, and like I was just like experimenting too, because I wanted to like have like hits. I was like putting the pressure on myself to like have like create a vibe and have it hits, because like my time's limited, my time's still limited, and I want to like that shit fucks me up. That gets me like mad depressed.
Yeah.
Mad depressed. I'll spend 3 hours. I'll spend like 3 hours. I'll make a beat, right? And like I'll make a song, and I'm like not vibing with it. It just doesn't hit the like. It just doesn't have the cadence I'm looking for or something. And that shit, and that shit fucks me up, because like time is of the essence.
Yeah, give me 1 second. The audio is lagging. I just want to get this right, because I know we're gonna go into some deep stuff. I don't want to miss this. So just give me 1 second, guys. We'll be right back. Okay. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. All right, so let's get back to what we were talking about. So, you were talking about how it's frustrating sometimes when you're working through like just getting ready for like some of these tapes and like getting some of this shit out. So you want to keep.
Yeah. Not necessarily like I love making music. That shit's stress relief for me.
Right.
But like, just the frustration of like balancing it with other things. So that's just what it comes down to.
Like, elaborate on that a little bit.
Like I said, like, and before it cut out, like I was like working like 35 plus hours a week, taking 15 credits at Millersville. Then on top of that, I'm trying to make an album, because like that shit's what I love to do.
Right.
And like I'm trying to go somewhere with it, you know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, like, you can't just like, at least for me, like I'm just not gonna sit there and just like wait for it to happen. Like I gotta keep making music. Like a lot of people will like sit on like a song for like a year or something. Like I can't sit, like if I got something hot, you're gonna hear it, you know what I mean? And that's just how I'll always be. Like if I'm on a higher platform, or if I'm right now, like you're always just gonna like, I'm putting the shit out because I'm putting it together, you know what I mean? I want to just project it.
I think it's really interesting, because like in terms of just like a progression from you, I don't think it's just like from a production standpoint. I think it's just overall you as an artist. I mean, I remember we've had conversations about just where your head was at, and I know like there's times just like in this industry and what you want to do where like it can get really frustrating, because you see like you feel like you put like a lot of effort into this, and just like some of that shit just like isn't like taking, like sometimes you feel like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like for you
it definitely is catching up.
Right. I feel like now we're at a point for you where like things are catching up. Like I think you're getting a lot more looks than I think you were getting before, and
Absolutely.
I think those are looks that are like serious and not like stupid shit that like most people would like portray it to be as. I
haven't had any major labels hit me up, but I've had indie. I've had plenty of like fucking like Instagram marketers, like music marketers, like playlist people that are like, yo, let me get you on this shit, let me like, and it's like some of it's shady and some of it is legit, and like and I just know I'm being watched. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's important, and I
Yeah.
think it's good for you.
I know
because,
based off of like
you're-
some of the follows I get too. on
Right. I just
Instagram,
think
like,
there's
I'm being
more.
watched.
Right. There's more eyes for
So,
you for
yeah.
sure, and I think you transitioning into that from all
Yeah.
aspects, not just production. I'm talking about your performance. I mean, I want to talk a little bit about the show we went to because that was great.
It was awesome.
And we
Really
talked a
fun.
little bit about it last week, and
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
you know, I just feel like, you know, if we go back to like when I went with you guys to East Stroudsburg, that performance compared to what you just did like
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
it was a
Night and day.
huge night and day difference. Even between that and Summer Jam was a huge difference for you.
Absolutely.
You controlled the crowd. You guys had like
Even during downtime, you guys.
even during downtime, like
We're
it was
getting it.
there was nothing because
That's Toland. He's
And-
nice.
yeah,
He's
and
nice
I-
with the mix.
and I
so-
think that the entertaining piece
The
like
song mix.
was watching you guys actually like handle everything like you
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
Like, you guys took care of the mix.
You know what
and
that comes
all of
from?
that.
Do you know what that comes from?
Tell me.
Doing so many openers and so many fucking like, you know, Summer Jam type shits, and like
Stupid shows.
Yeah.
where there's no sound check and there's no EQ on the mic and there's no like the mic is like the back of the house or front or it's controlled through the front of the house like audio, and they're just like running the shit. They don't even care. Like
don't
it's
care
not
the
their show.
levels.
Right.
Like, and like I was out at like New Jersey once. I'm not gonna name the venue because I want to perform there again. But like, the guy at the behind the thing walked away behind the boards walked away during my set, and I wanted the mic turned up, and I was like, yo, someone turn my fucking mic up. Like, I was like, damn. I
Wow.
can't have this anymore. Like, I need one of my homies that's like nice with the shits, that you know does this. They want to do a career out of it,
Yeah.
like Toland, and he's very much, you know, he's toured overseas. He's toured in Europe.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, I want to have. I'm very capable of having people do this shit, so it sounds good. So like,
Well, it sounded really good,
Sounded
and I know that you feel like
Yeah,
there were
yeah.
like some one or two, but like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
like,
yeah, but like
what
obviously.
is it that
EQ on the mic.
Right.
We had like some presets, some compressors, some like, and even for like auto-tune tracks, we're using live
and
auto-tune.
in the space that you're in, that's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's really
It was
hard
pretty
to
good.
like.
So
I don't know, like, I don't know why I'm losing sound here.
Hello.
Check 1 2. Oh, let me control the volume for some
Won't let you control the volume.
I don't know. I don't
We
know.
were just talking about that. It was
Yeah, it's weird.
awesome.
Anyway, but yeah, seriously, it's like the
So,
mics are listening to us.
basically, the turnaround for me was Pineapple Poppy got invited to open up for Sully Had, very dope artist.
oh, you're talking about this show?
Yeah, at the Chameleon, and they had we were opening up for them, so I came out and did my piece and whatnot, and the front of the house guy at the Chameleon was running our like MP3s.
He
and,
was
like
an asshole.
it was trash. Like,
I went back
the
there.
transition was trash, and I was like, damn, this fucked up the whole vibe. But like, good thing the crowd was like 30 people. Like, we were vibing. We had like Vendor was telling jokes. Like Ricky was too.
Yeah,
We were turning up.
Dude, it got so bad that like
Yeah.
during one of those sets, like he just was like, "Yo, what do I do?" And I had to literally go back there and show him how to click
Yeah,
a song
yeah.
on a computer. And I was like, "Dude, like
Yeah.
Who's running?
But like, that's
the
the
sound
thing
guy
I'm
at the Lizard
saying,
Lounge,
because
they don't care.
the thing
They
about
don't give
the
a
thing
fuck.
about Sully Had
Yeah.
was the thing about Sully Had is his crew, like, they just said fuck that. They took the mics, plugged it in, they did their own shit. They ran all their own shit.
Right.
And I was like, why are we doing
It's
this?
a good wave.
Like, we have the people. Like, they just set up shop and just they just did everything themselves. Like, I'm like, you know what? Like, next show, like, we're doing this from now.
I feel like, and
we're
that's
doing this shit.
so easy to like do in a place like even Telus too, where it's like, if you have the equipment, as long
Yeah,
as you plug the
exactly.
shit in, like it works.
Yeah, just don't
Yeah.
break anything.
Yeah, don't break anything.
Exactly.
Like,
That's how.
would they
that's
let
how-
you do
yeah.
something like that? I don't know how that
At
what that looks
Telus?
like in terms
Yeah,
of
probably.
like a runtime, or if you have to pay by, like if you're using the equipment.
I mean,
You definitely have to pay
that'll
for the
never
space,
happen
but,
in
like-
like that'll never happen in like a summer jam. But I'm just
Absolutely
saying, like,
not. Is that even still happening?
Summer Jam?
I don't know, but, like,
Someone
that's
hit
just
me
like-
up and told me Summer Jam was happening, wanted us to come and interview people, and then I said, yo, send me the set list and how much are we getting paid, and then they stopped talking to us. It's funny because as soon as you mention money, that shit, they get silent.
Listen, I'm not with the pyramid scheme vibes
The
that I
pyramid
get
money
from,
scheme?
from some of that stuff. But I'm not gonna. We're not gonna talk
Right,
about
no, it's just
We've talked
the
about
shit.
it.
But it's no, but I think it's important, and I said this again. There's an energy that was created by you guys and that whole entire night just on that road there. Like,
Yeah, it kind of ruined the show for everyone.
what do you mean?
Like, people don't want to do Summer Jam anymore because
Yeah,
they saw
because
they saw real vibes.
They saw real like shit, like, and even I said this when we went to East Stroudsburg that one time. I was like, bro, like, why don't we have events like this where it wasn't like it was too big, not too small, and like
Exactly
what I envisioned in my
fits, like,
head was
the-
exactly what you guys pulled off that weekend.
Yeah,
and I think that
we had to.
you have to like.
I was in charge of
I
that.
hope you
so
feel
was
good
like,
about
yeah.
that. You know?
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
hell
It was
yeah!
a
I feel
dope
great
event.
about it.
We had fun.
I feel great about
Yeah.
it. I know that everybody in that room is gonna like. I made an impact on them. Like
No,
that's-
I think you made an impact on you know the scene. Both those shows did.
For sure.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just the
for
truth.
sure, for sure.
For sure.
Like it would
Sure.
have been great to see like you said, like I would have loved to see you guys do like a crossover type deal because
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you and Curtis are
I
friends,
mean,
and it's just
I mean, we can make it happen still.
and I feel like it
I
I
feel
but
like
I
it
feel
probably
like
still will happen.
I feel like that should be something
yeah,
that should happen
absolutely. I'm
because,
with it. I'm with it
and
100%.
I don't know how you would want to do that or how you would want to organize it, but I feel like if I would rather put it in somebody like your hands than really anybody else or like anyone else that
Just
I
let me
feel-
handle
there's
the
only
audio, bro.
there's only X amount of people that I would trust to be able to take over something
Yeah.
like that, and that list is not very long.
It's not very long.
Not very long. So like, I don't know. I'm very interested to see in what the turnaround is of what people saw and what it's gonna look like for these next couple of years. Even if they A, try to do another Summer Jam again, or B, try to do like
sure they will.
some other bullshit like that.
sure
I feel
they
like
will.
people are. If we continue to combat it like that, where it's like we try to bring an energy and a vibe like you guys did, and just anybody else that wants
I'm,
to put
like-
something together, like.
Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not trying to combat. Like, I'm trying to combat my last shit. I'm trying to progress. I'm trying to like. I'm not trying to combat
Well, I think
anybody's
it's a part of progression. because
anybody's
it's where you-
type of like. I'm not trying to combat anybody's type of like show or showcase or anything. I just like. I'm gonna do what I feel is best for, like, my group and the artists I fuck with. You know what I mean?
Right.
That are part of the show. Like, I'm gonna do what's best for us because we're all just artists. You know what I mean? We're all just trying to like.
And I think no, I'm not trying to sit here and say like you need to go after that and just
Yeah,
chase
yeah.
after that. What I'm saying is like
I do. People
when
think
you-
I do a lot with my music because some of the bars, you know what I mean?
no, I hear you.
Where I
What I'm
talk
saying
shit.
is
You called people out.
Yeah, I've talked shit.
that's what I'm
before.
saying. So like when
Yeah.
you bring an energy like that,
Yeah.
I think there's a piece for me that there's I think you have to take a little bit of the responsibility on your shoulders where it
Yeah,
says
yeah.
like, hey, look over here. This is what we can do in an X amount of time if you get together a solid group of people and you work really hard and you plan out and you do XYZ. This is what it looks like and this is your return. You
Yeah,
know
and
what I mean?
everybody collectively like comes together to bring out people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Too. Like, it's a collective effort. And it's not like one person's just like whatever, they buy up all their tickets or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I got no time for that.
$500 to just go play.
Like, bruh.
Come on, just make a
I don't
video.
know.
Just make it-
Exactly.
Just make a video.
Yeah.
You get way
Like,
more clout off that.
That's what I'm saying. Just do that. It doesn't even.
So-
It doesn't even have to be good.
Yeah.
Right.
It really doesn't.
Skinny from
I've
the
seen.
Nine showed
I've
us
seen
that.
terrible videos of just like shit, and like people are like, all right.
Damn, y'all keep throwing shots at Skinny. Why?
I'm not. No.
We're saying because it was an old video.
It was
Oh,
like just stuff
oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Just like go like make a
Okay.
video,
It's just,
dude.
like,
It's
that
not
got him
hard.
clout.
Like
it got you a little bit of clout.
get a camera. Like
a little bit.
I feel
Yeah.
like
A little
you should run with that a little bit more.
It's so old, bro.
So, if I've okay, this is I don't want to compare Meek Mill.
I know, but
if I was a
like,
producer
not to
and I
name
had
any
something with
names,
Meek
not to
Mill,
name any
I'd be
names,
yeah,
like
it was with him early.
call anybody out, but like, I kind of hate that shit, low key. Like,
What,
I'm the
using
type
someone
of person.
else's
No, I'm the type of person to like meet somebody crazy and like, you know, maybe get that cosign and like keep it on the low until there's like something created from it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
Well, you can't do anything without letting anybody know.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
but like there's got to be content behind it. Like if you're just taking a bunch of pictures with famous people, like
You're just,
where's the music
yeah,
with that
where's the
person?
music?
Where's the shit that goes
Right.
with it? Where's the real shit? You know what I mean? Where's the core of like
Well,
being
because
in
it's
the
hard
industry?
to find.
I
But
know.
like everything that you're talking about is what I'm trying to say is like
Yeah.
like what you have embodied now and built.
Yeah,
like I feel like you should push now as like it should, shit like that should be the norm, because I feel like it's just better for everybody else. Everybody walked away and pocketed, the amount that they deserved,
Yeah.
and that's how it was. And I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah.
And I think people should, maybe combat was the wrong word to use. I think use nights like that as an example.
Yeah.
To show, hey, this is what you can do if you apply yourself.
Example for like rap in general.
Yeah.
For even the industry, because I'm tired of going to shows and hearing a fucking doll mic with no EQ on it. Like, doesn't matter how good you're rapping.
Right.
Like that shit just does not
You wanna
sound.
have a good
it's not
experience.
sounding appealing.
To anyone.
You know what I mean? And I think part of that was like I'd never seen a rapper live other than like people I opened up for, or like people I opened up for, and just like shows that I did. No, I saw Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Yeah, I met Schoolboy Q. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, Hershey Park got the hookup. Yeah, yeah. So shout out fucking
TD.
Q's bodyguard. He's really who got it for us. Not
Oh,
really
really?
Q. I just like shook Q's hand. Macwop, I shook his hand too. But like,
know.
yeah, but when I saw Kendrick, I was like, Kendrick and J-Rock really, like, they were the best out of the night.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit don't sound like different than a studio version. Like this
Really?
shit's EQ'd. This shit's
Yeah.
like good delivery, good flow, good like energy for
Yeah.
the crowd. Like, and plus Kendrick switches some shit up like in between his sets. Like there's like, if you ever seen him like do the Grammys and shit, like
Yeah.
he
It's
kind of had
different.
that in between like songs, and I thought it was like so cool. And I was like, shit, I'm gonna whip out my
It's
phone.
the production value.
I'm gonna take some notes real
and the
quick.
experience.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I just think it was great. Overall,
Right. Thank
honestly,
you.
like, that's all I have
Thank
to
you.
say. Because, like, and we walked away and we were just like,
We had a good
dude,
time.
it wasn't like...
It wasn't like necessarily to like, it wasn't to grow. It did grow the fan base a little bit because there were some new people that I'd never seen before or anything. But like, it was really to just like solidify the impact like that people have made on me listening to my music, and the impact like that my music's had in like this close little area. Just to have everybody
Yeah.
come out and just like, see it
I agree with that.
in
I think
full
it's dope.
motion, and just everything went like
Yeah.
so great. Shout out to everybody.
Sometimes you have a
part of that.
feeling walking into shows around here sometimes, and it felt really good walking away from this one.
Yeah.
Before we finish up here, I just want to talk a little bit about, any ideas that you have coming next. Are we getting an album? Are we getting a few? I know you just dropped 2 singles. I don't know if you want to talk about those really
Yeah.
quick, but
The Post Crash EP is
yeah.
out. It's
So,
it's a
you-
little 2-track vaporwave R&B.
Vaporwave.
Yeah,
It's cool.
I
It's
like
different.
It is.
It's
It's
different.
definitely a different move for me. But like that's kind of the
It's good.
that's like the majority of stuff that I listen to sounds like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of took that direction, like the R&B direction a little bit.
And I think it's cool, and I think you did a really good job with the 2 pieces that you just put out. So, anything new
Thank
though coming,
Oh,
or do you just not want to tell us about it?
Keep them waiting.
I mean, I'm coming with that energy.
Yeah.
I have a few loose like songs right now, and they might not necessarily make an album. They're gonna see the light of day somehow, but like it might not necessarily make an album, but I kind of have like a direction I want to go with.
Yeah.
And I want to say something too on my next project, single, something. Like I want to tell more of a story. Like the first project, I set the vibe and the theme. The next one's
I
gonna
think you
be
told
more,
a pretty good story though with this last one. Don't
Yeah.
discredit yourself on that.
I know, but I want to make it more apparent. I want to be a little more lyrical, a little more like just a little more depth to the
It's gonna take
to
time.
the
It's
lyricism
pretty
side.
Pretty lyrical
Mhm.
project.
Word.
Yeah. It's gonna take some definite time.
Yeah.
Word.
It'll take time to
Yeah.
work out. So,
Yeah.
well, when it comes, we'll hear about it, and we'll be all over it.
Beats
so.
are like something that I'm really like I'm really picky. I'm really getting picky about the
Yeah.
beats, like as of recently, because it's like less of like, oh, it's a hot beat. Like I just made a hot song, but I'm like
The beat's not what it is.
it's gotta like
Right.
really stick. Like this next shit, like my next move is like very pivotal. Like because
What's next for you?
the first project's like, oh, we need to get something out that's like fucking lit.
Mm-hmm.
The second project's like, okay, now it's like you gotta like make your shit
Right.
like pivotal. No matter if you got 5 listeners or 5,000, like it doesn't matter. Like your shit needs to be your next project, your up and coming projects after your first one. Like they gotta be better, the same or if not better than the first one. And if you're not doing that, then yeah,
What's the point?
yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
get that.
agree with that.
Well, Charlie, thank you for coming. Thank you for
Word.
stopping by and talking with us, guys. The Post Crash EP is out right now. You can check that out. It's
Yeah.
on Spotify and on iTunes. Guys, I hope you guys are digging the freestyles that we're doing. Like, we're just sending those out. I hope you guys checked out Charlie's for the show.
We're having fun with it.
We're having a great time with them. So we have a lot of awesome artists that are going to be coming up. We are planning something for the season finale, but I think we're just not going to tell you what it is until it's fully done, because if I say it, then everybody's going to be like, oh, when is bro? It's going to be lit. But like, I don't know, if you guys been paying attention to social media recently, you might be able to figure out what's going on. So
Yeah.
Charlie, thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Charlie will be there if this does happen, so
That's a big fact.
make sure you guys tune into that. And
I don't know what this is all about. Like, what is it?
yeah, bro,
I'm
it'll
gonna
be
be
fun.
there.
You'll have
It'll be fun.
Is it an event? Is it
Who knows? We'll have to see when it comes
I
time.
don't know. Just keep watching the
Something
socials,
community
guys.
for sure.
Hey, thank you to all of our new Facebook listeners as well. You guys are awesome.
Big fact.
all them
Yeah.
grandmas out there?
Big fact. My grandpa followed. Shouts to Poppy D.
Hey, there we go. Word. Hey, thank you guys for tuning into episode 2 of the Rose Review. We will be back next week, Friday at 8 p.m. I'll see you guys. Peace.